You notice the sky, it's back to being a little bit gray outside. Those clouds have been advancing in from the south and west here over the past couple of hours, and they're going to overspread most of Iowa as we head through the rest of the evening ahead of some rain. Right now it's still warm though, 54 degrees underneath that grayer sky here in Des Moines. Nothing else to see on the satellite picture besides those clouds. The system that's coming our way though, it is really ramping up to the south and west across Kansas and into Oklahoma. That pink box is of severe thunderstorm watch. The big yellow one, that's a tornado watch. Big line of severe storms is marching through the plains at this hour. It's going to head north and east and further develop and bring us probably some storms, not so much severe weather, but plenty of rain here as we head into tonight. In fact, those folks down in this orange and red area of southern Kansas, much of Oklahoma, probably going to see widespread wind damage tonight. Derecho type of conditions, very possible. Now, as far as severe weather here, there might be an isolated strong wind gust down along the Missouri border, Lamoni, eastward towards Centerville, Ottumwa, maybe late tonight, talking the pre-dawn hours of tomorrow, but I think that would be it. Doesn't look very likely or very widespread if we do have any stronger storms. Let's head into that rainfall though tonight. There's your clouds already working their way in. As we head through the next few hours, we'll start to see a few scattered showers, mainly southwestern Iowa first. Don't think we'll get the widespread rain until probably 11 o'clock, midnight, this type of time frame into the overnight hours across most of Iowa. That's when most of the rain is going to fall, when most of us are asleep, at least trying to sleep with all that rain coming down and some lightning and some thunder. Here's 4 a.m. This is when you might have maybe a couple of stronger cells there down into the southern and southeastern portion of Iowa before all this pulls away. And I think actually by the time most folks getting up and getting going tomorrow, 8, 9 o'clock, we're pretty much done. We're just going to have a few lingering showers, mainly in eastern Iowa, and then we should be wrapping it all up. But there is going to be plenty of rain that does fall. A lot of us going to be in the neighborhood of 3/4 of an inch on the low end to maybe 1.5 inches on the high end. You see some of these yellow colors somewhere in southwest into central Iowa. It's going to be a few spots that get 2 inches of rain, which is a ton of rain for this time of the year. Now, as we head forward into tomorrow, rain's done, the clouds stick around, and it's pretty windy into tomorrow afternoon. Those winds turn back around to the north and west, occasionally gusting upwards of 40 miles per hour tomorrow during the day on your Monday. Now, as far as temperatures go tonight, we'll keep them pretty steady actually. We'll fall from the 50s into the 40s, not too chilly, I mean, considering our average low is in the 20s with that rain coming down, and then we'll keep it pretty steady in the 40s as we head into tomorrow. Some of us might briefly touch 50 tomorrow morning before that wind turns around to the north and west and gets colder through the rest of the day. Then the rest of the week keeps it, well, actually not bad for end of February standards. Temperature-wise, Tuesday, Wednesday, there's another shot at maybe a couple raindrops or even a couple snowflakes, just a few. It doesn't look widespread. Later Tuesday. Wednesday's dry and breezy to start off March, and then we'll drop just briefly Thursday, rebound into the 40s and 50s into the weekend.